Hi everybody, welcome to another Broken Meeple Blitz review, and today I'm taking a look at A Gentle Rain. I actually forgot about this game. I knew I signed up for some Facebook threads where they were saying, oh, we're going to issue these out, but I completely forgot I did, so when I got it in the post, it was like, nice new game, nice new surprise. I'm always up for that kind of thing. This is a solo or cooperative tile-laying game by Kevin Wilson and Mondu Games, and it's meant to be a very relaxing, almost zen-like experience. Now, whenever I talk about zen games, I usually refer to Tokaido up on my shelf above my head there, where that is a multiplayer game where even though there's a bit of competition for spaces, it still feels zen because you're just going across a nice road, stark white board, Japanese, eating sushi, painting paintings, really nice light stuff. Whenever I want a really relaxing multiplayer game, Tokaido is one of the first ones I come across. So this one being a solo game that's meant to be kind of zen, I thought, okay, let's give it a go. The idea is that you have these tiles here with lots of flowery patterns on them, and you are laying them out in a typical grid style, and as you can see, they've got the corners etched out. The idea is that you have these thick tokens that you are supposed to put in the spaces that they make, so you essentially have to create a grid so that you can put the token in there. The problem is they've all got different flower patterns on there, like this one's got a yellow, green, black and a blue one on here, and you can only connect a tile if the flowers match. So you have to draw a tile, simply place it out so that colours match, and try and get all your tokens out. I forget how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 8 in total, so you've got to get them all out by laying the tiles in any way, shape or form, as long as they're on the grid and the colours match, before you run out of tiles, and there's not a huge amount in there as you can see. And that's literally about it. I mean, this is about as bare bones a solo game as you can get, and I'm not joking here, I knew nothing about this game, and I found this little rule book here, and I was up and running playing this game in less than 60 seconds. As in from opening the book, skim reading it, and getting on with the game without any rules errors, less than 60 seconds. This is dirt quick. If you're one of those people that's like, oh, I got a new game, but now I got to read the rules, don't worry, you'll be, you'll be getting going with this a lot. Although I gotta say, I am getting sick and tired of rule books that try to put all this weird, cringy, patronizing, phrasing and that in here. Like, for example, the front of this book says, take a deep breath and relax. It's like, okay, this is just a small solo game. It's like, hoping to see a rare and beautiful sight. Get comfortable. Change into some loose clothing if you can. Perhaps turn on some soft music. It's like, you're not my massage therapist. You're a tiny little tile laying game. Enough with the pretentious, relaxation stuff. I don't know. But as I say, the rules are very straightforward. You have literally got to read about 3 tiny little bits of rules, and that's it. So nice and simple, all well and good. And it's very well produced, gotta admit, very thick, nice thick tiles. The colours are easy to distinguish, because even though you might be colourblind, you can still basically tell the pattern on the flowers, although some of them are a little bit similar to each other, particularly like the pink and the yellow one, and I'd say the white and the black are quite similar, so there might be a little bit of an issue with colourblind people, I will warn you, but for the most part, you should be okay. And the tokens themselves are quite nice and thick, and for something that's probably less than a tenner to buy, this is just a very nice, cheap, cheerful package that, doesn't look cheap. This looks like it should cost more. The cooperative part is complete pointless rubbish. It is literally, I kid you not, solo mode, you play this, lay down a tile one at a time and go for it, right? Cooperative is you have 2 of you and you take it in turns. What? Oh my god, my mind is blown. My mind is so blown, that is amazing. No, nobody's playing this 2-player, you're playing it solo, okay? Okay, so well produced, looks good, cheap, cheerful and easy to learn and easy to play. Sounds like a really good solo game for everybody. Unfortunately, that's where the good stuff kind of ends, and as much as I've covered quite a few different topic areas and said they're good, the bit that's left that's bad is kind of a biggie. The gameplay itself. This is about as bare bones a game as you can get, and I would dare say a splashed raindrop, ironically this is called A Gentle Rain, a splashed raindrop has more tactical depth than this game does.
Wow! That was pretty brutal even by my standards. No backsies.
There is little to no decision making in this game whatsoever, and I kind of get what it's trying to do. As I say, all that pretentious stuff in the book is trying to say it's a relaxing game, that maybe you've had a hard day at work and it's your lunch hour and you could literally whip this out and within 5 to 10 minutes you've got it going, 10 minutes you've finished the game and you've just got I've just had a nice little game of something. go out for a walk. Go watch a bit of TV or something. Put on a bit of music with some earphones or something. I dare say that would probably get you more fulfillment than this game does. Because after I was finished with it, I literally just stared at it and just went, is that it?
What the hell is that?
Nothing else? Because you don't have any decisions to make in this game. There's no strategy. There's no nothing. You have to lay the tiles out and make certain that they match, and you're trying to get your tokens out. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, hang on, I need to lay them out. I need to be careful how I lay them out. No, you don't really. It's a pretty simple tactic that you should follow here, right? Naturally, you've got 4 different colours on every single one. Now, there is nothing in the rules, nothing in this game to tell you how many of each colour is on every tile, and bear in mind this is meant to be a solo Zen game. So if you're trying to memorise how many colours have come out, you've clearly got the wrong idea of this game. But, you know, I'll put a tile out and it's like, okay, fine, I'll connect that, I'll connect that, and connect that. Literally, the only thing you need to avoid doing until like the last possible minute is having it so that you've got 1 tile there, 1 tile there, and 1 tile there. You know, like you've created a freeze, shall we say. Like, you know, you want to only have 2 edges to fill a spot until you're ready to go in that spot. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, if you have occasions where you create like a surrounded gap, then naturally a tile is going to have a harder time fitting in there because you've got to match up 3 colours rather than 2. It's the same tactic you follow in something like Carcassonne. You know, you don't create a gap in the middle of a bunch of tiles to fit a Carcassonne tile in, because you would be hard pressed to find the perfect road, field and city to go in that gap. That's literally the only tactical decision or tactical awareness you must have, and I figured that out by looking at the first tile, like before I even placed it down. So after that, you just place tiles out and hope that you get the 8 tokens out. That's literally it. That is all this game is. Lay the tiles out, surround it, put the tokens down, try and get as many as you can, score points like anyone cares about the point thing. I mean, I played it first time and you've got 8 of these tokens to put out, right? First game, barely even trying, I got 7. 7 out of 8. So my first ever game of this, and I almost aced it. Okay, now getting 8 is not easy. I played it a few more times after that, and it is quite tricky to get 8. But I don't feel like it's anything to do with the decisions I'm making, it's just luck of the draw. I draw a tile and it's like, alright, okay, that can go there. That can go there. Alright, I've drawn this one. It's like, well, that doesn't fit in that gap, and I'll put it down. I need this sort of thing to go in that gap. Well, that doesn't fit. Well, that doesn't fit. Well, that doesn't fit. Well, that doesn't fit. You know, but then there'll be another game where it's like, I need something to go in that gap. Oh, hey, great. Something to fit there, first time round. That's all it is. It's just luck. Absolute luck, nothing else. No strategy whatsoever, nothing I can change in the way I play the game to try and get a higher score. It's just play and hope. Now, granted, like I said, this is meant to be a very light, easy to play, solo Zen tile game. So fine, okay, it's not meant to have a great deal of tactical depth and strategy or anything like that. I know this, I get it. But still, I can think of a lot of things I'd rather spend 10 minutes doing. If it's just luck of the draw, then why don't I just get a deck of cards and try and flip over the ace of spades as quick as possible? I mean, that's pretty much about as much luck and tactical awareness in doing that than there is in this game. Granted, this one looks a lot better, but still, that's kind of it. So, I really don't know how to rate this one. I mean, I've got no intention of keeping it. I might give it to my dice cafe or something, or maybe I'll give it to a friend of mine. I really don't know, but I don't know who I'd want to play this. Because I can't imagine, like, finding somebody who new to games, giving them this and saying, oh, this is what modern games are like. No, it's not what modern games are like. I don't want them to think that modern games are so childishly simple like that one that they get put off others. So, honestly, this just wasn't any interest to me at all. I get that it's very cheap, cheerful, easy, looks good, well produced. Fair enough, top marks there, especially for a nice, cheap little package, but I'm seeing reviews go up where they are praising this to high heaven, like they're going, oh, this is a really lovely game, really nice game, 9 out of 10, stuff like that. And I'm sorry, if this is the kind of thing that gets you a 9 out of 10, I am going to question your judgment on a fair few other things, because no, I have plenty of stuff on this shelf I would give 9 out of 10s to. There are plenty of other gateway games I would give 9 out of 10s to, and plenty of other solo games that I would give 9 out of 10s to. A Gentle Rain is not that. Honestly, I don't even know how to rate it. I would probably just give it I don't know, I think it's basically a 3 or a 4 out of 10 for me. I just honestly don't see any merit in this game other than the fact that it's well produced and easy to learn. Great, but if there's nothing interesting in the gameplay itself to keep me wanting to play it again, then what's the point? So yeah, not really much to say about this one. This is probably a short video unless I've been rambling on. It's just not worth it really. If you see it, fine, but honestly, you're not missing out if you haven't seen this. But I'd be very wary about people who have got nothing but praise to say about this, because seriously, what else do you play? I don't know. Like I say, maybe I'm being harsh, but at the end of the day, when you've got thousands of games being released every year, I kind of want to see something a bit more interesting than just lay tiles and hope for the best, the game.
You're a monster!
So that's it on this video review. If you like what you see, then consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and look at my Patreon page if you want to be a supporter. Don't forget to check out the description for a 5% discount code for zatu.co.uk, where you can get a 5% discount on all your games in your basket, no matter what limit. It's completely uncapped. If there's a gap on your shelf or anything on my shelf you think, oh, you know what, I fancy that, check out zatu.co.uk and consider a game purchase and save yourself some money in these hard times. So that's it for me. I'll see you on the next Broken Meeple review. And remember, as always, whether this was for you or maybe I'm just the wrong audience, I don't know, it's still only a game. Take care, and I'll see you next time.